Live. I'm Casey Loop.
And I'm Kendall Kirkham. Hey, welcome to our special Reasor show. We're going to stuff the bus. Can you believe it's almost time for back to school?
Yes, I can't wait for them to get back to school. It's so
yeah,
time.
me too.
But what's great is that Stuff the Bus and Reasors in every community helps kids that don't have the school supplies that they need. And the money stays right in the community. Like all this money that we're going to raise today here at Jinx will go to the Jinx school system.
And the same thing with all the other Reasors across the area.
Yeah.
So that's great.
This show is going to be great. So we're not just going to stand here and you're going to follow us shopping, which we may do later.
We may do that later.
But we're going to talk about what's important. Breakfast, great breakfasts, lunch without maybe a sandwich.
Dinner.
Yeah, of course, dinner and snacks. Plus the people behind Reasors. We've got nutritious information.
Yep.
You're going to talk to...
gifts for teachers. Back to school gifts for teachers. You got to remember that. The brown nosing is important, people. It's important.
You're going to talk about what dosage is right when for kids and medications.
When kids get sick. So it's going to be a really good show. And my gosh, this is the coolest, most extravagant Reasors I have ever been in my life.
You should have seen her. Like,
I need to take a tour.
Coffee bar? There's a sushi bar?
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
so we're going to talk about that later, too. You want to get started?
Let's get started.
All right.
All right, we're going to talk to our friend over here about breakfast. Michelle Bausch. It's good to see you again.
You too.
And I recognize that last name. You are married to one of our good friends at Andolini's.
I am, Mike Bausch.
Say hi.
Hi.
There you go. Hi, Mike. Thanks for lending us your wife for today. So you tell us what you do for a living.
I am a registered dietitian, and I work for Reasors full-time. I'm in the Bixby store, but we consult with patients, we do shopping tours, we just kind of educate the public on a general basis.
Do you find that most people don't know that Reasors has a dietitian on staff? Because I didn't.
A lot of people don't. I've been here for almost 2 years, and Shannon's been here for 1.5 years. And yeah, a lot of people still don't know we're here, so that's why we're doing this kind of thing, get our names out there and let people know we are here.
I love it. So if you have any questions here at Reasors, you can find out. And this is one of the big things at my house. Getting the kids out of the house is one thing. Getting them fed is another thing. And getting them fed correctly, that's got to be one of the biggest things in your jobs you're finding, right?
It is. A lot of people struggle with trying to find good breakfasts to feed their kids that are fast and easy and they can get them to school without being starving to death when they get there. So we made a few options here. This is an apple mug muffin, and you can see it if you look in the cup.
Yeah, so what's in that? How do you make an apple mug muffin?
It's got almond flour, or you could do oat flour, you could do coconut flour, apples, applesauce, unsweetened. It's got a little bit of maple syrup, which we have right here on the table, an egg, and some walnuts.
That's a lot. I got confused. Is it edible? Did you make this like yesterday morning?
I made it this morning.
Okay.
You put it in the microwave. It takes 1 minute to cook.
It takes 1 minute to cook. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad it's good.
I'm going to teach my kids how to make this.
I'm a little worried.
I felt you pause like, uh-oh.
He's taking a bite.
We're going to put this recipe up. This is fantastic.
Okay. I will.
And it didn't take very long at all. Now, why is breakfast, I mean, we say this all the time, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Why?
Because it gets your metabolism going and it speeds everything up and gives you energy. You need a little carbs in the morning, get your brain going in the morning. So for kids to go to school and function and focus, you want to feed them a little carbs, a little protein, keeps them full. So the egg in this would help with that.
This is so good.
Is it really good?
Yeah,
okay,
you should have some.
I haven't tried it. I just made it.
It's really, really good. What else? If you're not doing this, I mean, we talk about cereal because cereal's so easy. You just pop it in milk. Ah, I see your face. You don't want me to feed them cereal.
Cereal, depending on what it is. If you do oatmeal, that's really healthy. It's got a lot of fiber. It'll fill you up. Helps lower cholesterol for older people.
Why'd you point at me when you said older people?
Sorry. You could do like a fiber bran or a bran cereal, but a lot of those other ones, like, I don't want to call any certain ones out. They're just really sugary, really high in sugar, so they keep you full for about 30 minutes, and then your blood sugar crashes and gets you tired, and you get in that like food coma kind of thing.
If you have a kid like one of my children, never hungry in the morning.
Yeah.
Or he says he's not, but he's like, I'm not ready for food. But he needs to eat something, doesn't he?
Yeah. You could even have a banana with a Kind bar or something as quick as that. Takes a minute to microwave.
Right. And it's delicious. Well, let me ask this, moving from this to what you do, because we got a couple minutes left. I want to talk about what you service mostly, like at Reasor. When you're talking to customers that come in and they say, I didn't know you had a dietitian on staff. What do people talk to you about? What do they need help with?
People, they come in for gluten-free, like food allergies type stuff. So we do a lot of store tours with that. And then we also do a lot in the community. So we'll go out and do health fairs for companies, or like last week we were at the Live Great 918 event at the BOK. We were there. We do different things all around all the time. If I have clients, they'll come to me. Like a lot of them are probably more middle-aged than I have kids, like renal failure or diabetes, things like that.
Okay.
So we do specific diets, not just food allergies or just community involvement.
But any health issues? What about people that are losing weight or trying to lose weight and trying to make the good choices? I know there's different ways around Reasor to shop. If they need your help, if they say, hey, will you help me shop for what I need? Can you do that?
That's free. Yeah, actually we can. And the best advice for that would just be to stay on the outside aisles of the store, except for a few things in the middle like pasta or oatmeal.
Apple Jacks?
No, unfortunately.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good to see you, Michelle.
You too.
So not only are we going to do breakfast and getting those kids healthy when they get out the door in the morning, we're going to talk about lunch here in a little bit, and not necessarily with that sandwich. So we'll be right back with that. But now, Kendall.
Like that. It's stuff that our kids need every year going back to school, and we take for granted sometimes. But there are some kids in Green Country who don't have those things. But we're going to change that this year. Philip Elsman is here with Reasor. They're, of course, our partner for Stuff the Bus. They're going to tell us how this whole thing works.
It's very simple. We have really two main ways to come in and help out. And as Kendall said, at this time of year, there's a lot of folks, a lot of kids that really need the basics just to get started. And so we want to help out. Reasor is proud to be doing this for the 4th year now. And so basically you can come in. We have sacks already made up for $10. It has a great variety of basic needs for back to school. And then also we have donation cards at the cash registers. And so a customer, if they don't want to mess with the sacks, they can just, when they're checking out, they can grab one of the cards. The cashier will scan it. You tell them how much you want to donate. And then as Casey said earlier, all that money stays in our particular community.
Right. So for this one in particular, it would be for Jinx.
Absolutely.
So whenever you come in, you're buying your school supplies. This is right around the little buses in Reasors. Can we take this stuff out and show you what you get for $10 for these kids?
It's number 2 pencils, most everything that's on all the basic school lists, the black pens, school glue, Crayolas, 24-count Crayolas, and then a variety of notebook paper, spirals, and then lastly the portfolios that most all the lists have also.
Now, how did Reasor start this entire thing 4 years ago? What made them decide to want to do the Step to Bus campaign?
I think it was an event and a process that could impact a lot of people, and it was something that we could do in all 19 of our stores that we now have across Northeast Oklahoma. So it was an opportunity, and it hits at our youth, which, like we said, they need every in our education system today, they need every chance they can to succeed. And the basics, it starts there. And we're just proud to be part of it for the 4th year with Fox 23. And
you don't want those little things like needing supplies and not having them get into the way of a child's education.
Absolutely. There's enough struggles right now without just the basics not being met. So we're glad that we can help.
And you can also, if you want to donate any other specific supplies, whatever it may be, on their own, you can do that as well.
Absolutely.
Right?
We have a receptacle at the front of all of our stores. It'll have a wrap around it, be very visible. And it doesn't have to be any of this or money or whatever. You have some things at the house that would fit the needs and the list of what our kids need. Bring it on in, drop it off. We'll be glad to take it.
Great. You make it so easy, and that's what's so nice, too. So this is going to be going on. It's already started, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, and when does it end?
It ends on August 10th. So anytime between now and then, bring it on in, and we'll make sure that it gets to our particular school system, and as the other stores will, too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, after August 10th, how do the supplies in these bags get distributed? Who's doing that, and how does it work?
The school will come in and pick up the bags, and then the money that's generated per store will be used to purchase purchase additional supplies at the store level,
Okay.
which in turn those will be delivered also.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I don't know if you know these numbers. I know you're like, oh, what are you going to ask me, Kendall?
You sound like my boss.
In the past, do you know how much supplies this has raised, or how much money it has raised for these schools?
Yes, last year we raised over $28,000, and this year we're shooting for $32,000 for total company. Our bag count last year was about 1,400, just over 1,400. We're shooting for 1,600 this year.
We can do it.
And that's right.
We can do it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. This is such
Thank
an
y'all.
easy way to help. Continue to watch for the next hour. We're going to help you out with some other things going back to school, too. And again, you can donate those school supplies any Reasor location between now and August 10th. Donations go right back directly to the district that Reasor is located.
And yes, we're talking about Reasor's commitment to the community with Stuff the Bus. But one of the other things that they're committed to with the community is selling products that are made right here in Oklahoma. And here to talk about it from the Made in Oklahoma Coalition is Natalie Michaels. I know it's so important to you.
Yes.
And I asked you, as Kendall was talking to Philip, is that Reasor seems so community driven. Do you find that it's one of the biggest stores that is so community helpful?
Oh, absolutely. And it makes it so nice for Made in Oklahoma because you can walk through the shelves, and instead of having to think which one is Made in Oklahoma, they actually have tags that will show you this is a Made in Oklahoma product, which makes it super easy. I think a lot of people want to buy Oklahoma products, but they don't always know exactly which ones to buy.
Sure,
and this
sure.
makes it so easy.
And luckily, you've been on the show several times. You've been to come on Tulsa Live and talk about the specifics, and we'll talk about this specifically. Yeah. But one thing that you may not realize is when you're shopping, you think, oh, I should buy for Oklahoma, Made in Oklahoma. But why?
Right.
Why do you want to do MIO?
It may seem like a small thing buying these Made in Oklahoma products, but actually there's a big state impact, a big economic impact to the state. We employ about 20,000 people across the state with $3 billion in sales. So every time you're buying these products, it actually is helping the local economy.
That's great. And I know they help the communities here specifically, but you can help the state by checking these out. I know Head Country. It's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Tell me about Head Country.
Yes. Oh, I love Head Country. It's the Oklahoma barbecue sauce.
Yes.
Everyone knows it as the best in Ponca City. And everyone loves Head Country, especially in the summertime. Head Country sales are huge because everyone wants to grill and barbecue, and they have all kinds of varieties. The hot is my favorite.
Me too. Yeah, that's the best.
It's so good.
Now, for people that don't know Fields, tell me about Fields, because we've had this on the show before and used it in different recipes.
I love Fields pie. And I know pecan pie you sort of think of more in the fall, but it's popular year-round. Fields pies are made right here in the state of Oklahoma. It's a family recipe that they've manufactured, and you can buy in grocery stores here at Reasor. It's delicious.
Yeah, now this, I see on the side here, this is actual MIO paper towels, and it says Food Bank of Oklahoma on the side.
It may seem like just a paper towel, but every time you buy these paper towels, it helps the Backpacks for Kids program, which helps give food to all of the kids on the weekends whenever they're going home. They get a backpack full of food, keeps them nutritious and healthy for the weekend, and that's a big push for Made in Oklahoma.
I love it because it's the little things. And tell me about Shawnee Mills then.
Shawnee Mills has so many great things for baking. Flour, cornmeal, all kinds of baking mixes. I love their brownie mix.
Oh,
it's
me too.
the easiest thing. It's less than $1, and so it's very economical too. And Reasor carries a full line of Shawnee Mills products.
And Highland Dairy is, I don't know how long it's been around, but it's such a great staple.
Yes, it is. It is. This is definitely a staple. I think this is one of the #1 companies that people know. They think Oklahoma, oh, Highland. I know that. I've at least seen the sign,
Right, sure.
And so milk, sour cream, yogurts are all made right here in Oklahoma.
Is that wait? Is that what I think it is?
Suan.
It is Suan.
Yes.
Oh man.
Which I know you love.
I do. I have so much of this at home. Do they carry this at Reasor?
Yes, they do. A full line of it. So I know you love, Casey. You love the jalapeno pepper jelly, which is delicious. This is a mango lemon butter, which is so good on bagels, on toast, and even for cooking.
That's awesome. Okay, how scary is it that I love the pepper jelly?
It's true.
Now, this is great. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much.
Garden Club, what's this?
Oh, I love these jams and jellies from Garden Club.
I don't know this.
Out of Oklahoma City, and they have another full line of them. Delicious.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
It's so great because we're talking about Reasor stuffing the bus and helping this community, help your community with Made in Oklahoma. Buy with Made in Oklahoma products. And for more information, go on the website, madeinoklahoma.com. Now, coming up next, we've got lunches without the sandwich. Think about that. And, of course, we're going to talk more about stuffing the bus here live at Reasors in Jinx. It's Tulsa Live, helping the community. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
It can happen to anyone, anywhere.
I know I'm not the only one.
Fox 23 uncovered the key to escape, so you aren't held prisoner in your own home, where bedbugs could be free to roam.
It's wise to protect yourself.
What you need to do to beat the bugs.
Yes, I sleep with bedbugs, and it's not something that I want to sleep with.
Today, starting at 5 on Fox 23 News.